So the Biden classified documents fiasco, it's quite humorous to watch the left-wing punditry, which means almost every cable news show out there, every blue checkmark on Twitter, every print outlet defend Biden. The word that I have heard used more than any other word when these left-wingers are describing the fact that Joe Biden, when he was vice president, had classified documents in an unsecured facility in his so-called think tank. Like, who believes that Biden has a think tank, really? In this closet in his private office that were just found on November 2nd of last year, just 6 days before the election, but we weren't told about it. The word that I've heard used the most to describe this was, oh, there were some classified documents accidentally in these boxes. It was an accident. It was a mistake. It was an error. It wasn't on purpose. It was just an accident. Like, they just got shuffled in together. That can happen to anybody, right? You're just sorting your grocery receipts and maybe a photograph of you and some dignitary from another country and just accidentally slip in top secret, highly classified information from human intelligence sources around the world, which, if our enemies got a hold of, could cause the torture and death of those sources. Anybody can make that mistake. Just an accident. Just an accident, folks. Move right along. This is not an accident. Anybody who's ever dealt with classified information, especially top secret information, knows that the paper is not just in a binder. The paper is not just in a stack of other papers and briefing documents. There is a cover sheet, a thick manila envelope style cover sheet on classified information to hide the classified sheet so that when you set it on a desk, it has a cover on it so that people who don't have clearance can't just look down and see it, so that it's not accidentally captured on camera, so that it is hidden, so that it's classified, so that it's secret because it is top secret. So the idea that this was some kind of accident is absurd on its face. What this is, of course, is the mainstream media trying to protect Joe Biden because this is a literal one-to-one contrast with how the Democrats in the mainstream media want to treat Republicans and how the Democrats in the mainstream media want to treat Democrats. And they want two different sets of, not just rules, but two different sets of laws applied to this situation. So a very powerful man, or a man in a very powerful position, once commented on what it means when classified information is mishandled. And I'd like us all just to take a moment and reflect on his very wise words.
And you saw the photograph of the top secret documents laid out on the floor at Mar-a-Lago. What did you think to yourself, looking at that image?
How that could possibly happen, how anyone could be that irresponsible. And I thought, what data was in there that may compromise sources and methods? By that I mean names of people who helped, or et cetera. And it's just totally irresponsible.
And you don't know.
The height of irresponsibility. I sit here and I think, how could that have even happened? I wonder about the lives of the human intelligence sources who've been placed at risk. That was 5 months ago. Joe Biden talking to Scott Pelley at CBS about President Trump. Actually, not about President Trump. It was about the FBI when they raided Mar-a-Lago, when they raided Trump's private office there, the 45 office. They spread out on the carpet of the 45 office these allegedly classified documents that they found. They took a picture of it, and then in the picture, they just blacked out, they just redacted the classified information, and they released this picture. They leaked this to the press because we all saw it. That is actually what Joe Biden is talking about. He's not talking about President Trump mishandling classified information.